Hello students, it's your instructor Anna Otto. I wanted to give you a little bit of information about what to expect on the upcoming exam. Obviously, I'm not really calling you from space. I'm just having fun playing with the virtual background. Fortunately, my neighbor's blowing leaves in his yard right now, so it's giving me a little bit of static and interference. So don't let that distract you. But our first exam, exam one, is a unit exam. It covers content from the first three chapters, which are the first three modules, 1, 2, and 3. There'll be 25 questions. You have up to 50 minutes. And I'll give you a little more details about the exam and some helpful hints about what you might do to get yourself prepared. When you're ready to take the exam, there are two ways that you can access it. One, you can go through modules, which you should have been doing already, to look at the different content modules that are available. You can see down here exam 1, which is modules 1 through 3, and that it's set to unlock at 12 a.m. on June 27th. So obviously can't get into it right now, but make sure that you know where you can find it. The other way, other than going through modules, you could go through quizzes. And so if you look at quizzes, again, you can see there's a link here to exam 1 and that it's not available until June 27th at 12 a.m. And a reminder that it's due no later than July 1st, 11:59 p.m. And actually that's when it will lock. You can also see that it's 25 questions. Once you're inside of the exam, you'll be greeted with this information at the beginning. And so you can see it's the Unit 1 exam. It'll tell you when you're accessing the exam and then give you the instructions. So again, covers modules 1 through 3, 25 questions. They're all multiple choice questions. I'm already asking you to do quite a bit of writing with the discussion posts and the assignments. The 25 questions, they're drawn pretty much evenly from the 3 chapters, and you'll have up to 50 minutes to complete the test. So once you start it, you can see over here, there's a countdown clock that will tell you how much time you have remaining. And then as you go through the questions, it'll keep track of your progress here. You'll have up to 2 attempts to take the exam if you choose. Certainly you only have to take it once if you're happy with your score. From the 2 times, it's your highest score that will count. I want you to know that if you choose to retake the exam, it's not going to be the exact same exam that you took the first time. I've put together question groups so that each time a test is created, it's going to look a little bit different. One thing to keep in mind as you're going through and taking the test, you're only going to see the questions come up on your screen one at a time. And once you submit your answer to a question, which then advances you to the next question, you won't be able to go back. So make sure that you're putting forth your best work and making your best choices for each of the questions. Another question that I've been asked is how can students prepare for the exam? And so you can see I'm back out at our homepage here. So if you go into the modules again, like you have been doing, as you know, each of the modules includes chapter reviews. Either you're completing them by doing the instructor created reviews or doing the quizzes through the publisher's Revel site. Either of those are good study tools. Even if you're using Revel, you can access the instructor reviews, use those to self-test yourself. The answer keys are available as long as you've submitted your review, so you can check your answers. So let's go ahead and look as an example at Module 3 and see if you have submitted your review summary, which I haven't done here. Then it unlocks the answer keys, so you can use that as a review tool. For some of the module areas, such as this one here with getting started with prenatal development, Not only is there the content to help you learn the material in that section of the module, but at the bottom there are these interactive review slides that I've put together. So this one looking at prenatal development, and if you look, like here's an example, how long does an average pregnancy last? And hopefully you know the answer to this is 38 weeks, but if you look at different sources, you might see 40 weeks, for example, and it has to do with how the pregnancy's being counted or dated. So test yourself, and then you can go back, you can look at the next question, you can practice with each of these, go back. So not every section has this, but some of the sections have them, and when they do, I'm hoping that they're a good study tool. If you're using the Revel software, the publishers put together some review materials tools for you, so you can practice vocabulary words, for example, with flashcards that you access through the site, or I've also included similar tool through our Canvas site. So if you come down, each chapter has this Quizlet section, and if you click on that, it'll take you to the Quizlet site, which is embedded. You can either practice flashcards, so looking at testing yourself, you can choose which side, or you can choose different study modes such as the matching. Matching, you would read, and the organ that attaches to the uterine wall and permits food and oxygen to reach the organism and waste products to be carried away, that's the placenta. So I match those and then they go away. I go through, if I complete, then it gives me a chance to practice with more terms. If you happen to enjoy crossword puzzles, then underneath the Quizlet, you'll find that there's also for each chapter crossword puzzle. Again, these have been embedded into the site, and so you read the term and then you can add the term and test yourself with a crossword puzzle. Hopefully that was helpful, gave you an idea of what to expect when you log on to take the exam. 25 questions, up to 50 minutes, one question at a time. Once you submit a question, that's your final answer for that question. You can't go back. Again, you'll have up to 2 attempts if you choose to use them. The exam will be open from Saturday, 12:01 a.m. until 11:59 p.m. on Wednesday. If you have questions about the exam, make sure and reach out to me. And in terms of study tools, using your chapter reviews, reviewing any practice quizzes that you've done, using those review slides when they're available in the different module sections, and then using any of the other practice tools, either from the publisher or the ones that are available on our Canvas site. Again, I wish you the best of luck. I hope the exam goes well, and don't hesitate to let me know if you have questions. Take care.